I want you to picture this. You're standing on the deck of a cruise ship, wind in your hair, oceans stretching out in every direction. You head below deck, walk through a narrow corridor, and pass a row of windows. And that's when you notice something odd. Every single window is round. Not square, not rectangular, round. Like a porthole from a pirate movie. And you think, that's a weird design choice. Square windows would give you more glass, more light, more of a view. Every building on land uses rectangular windows. Your house, your office, your car. So why do ships, these massive, modern, multi-million-dollar vessels, still use circles? But here's the surprising truth. Those round windows aren't a style choice, they're a survival choice. Today, we're uncovering why square windows are deadly at sea, how a simple shape change solves a brutal physics problem, and why this one design rule has saved countless lives. To understand round ship windows, we first have to look at what happens when metal meets the ocean. A ship isn't just floating, it's being attacked constantly. Waves slam the hull from every angle. The bow crashes down, sending shock waves through the frame. The whole structure flexes, twists, and vibrates, all day, every day, for decades. Now, early ships didn't have this problem. Wooden vessels were small, windows were tiny, stress loads were manageable. But when we started building massive steel ships in the 1800s, things got ugly. Hulls cracked, panels buckled, and sailors noticed something terrifying. The cracks almost always started in the same place, the corners of square windows. Ship after ship, crack after crack, always at the corners. Engineers were losing vessels and lives to what looked like a simple design flaw. Something had to change. Here's what's actually happening. When force hits a flat surface, like a wall with a window cut into it, the stress doesn't spread evenly. It concentrates, and it concentrates at sharp angles. Think of it like this. Imagine stretching a piece of plastic wrap with a small square hole cut in the middle. Pull hard enough and it'll tear, starting right at one of the four corners, every time. That's called stress concentration. A 90-degree corner can amplify the force hitting it by 2 to 3 times compared to the surrounding material. On land, where buildings just sit there, not a big deal. At sea, where waves deliver thousands of pounds of force per square inch hour after hour, those corners become ticking time bombs. So if corners are the enemy, what has no corners? A circle. When you cut a round hole in a metal plate and hit it with force, something beautiful happens. The stress flows around the opening evenly, smoothly, like water flowing around a river stone. No single point takes the beating. The load distributes across the entire edge. This isn't a small difference. A round window can handle roughly 30% more stress than a square one of the same size in the same material. Same steel, same thickness, just a different shape, and the failure risk drops dramatically. That's why engineers call the circle the strongest hole you can cut in a structure. It sounds like a paradox, but it's true. So if this was known in shipbuilding, why didn't everyone else pay attention? Here's where it gets dark. In 1954, a brand new jet airliner called the de Havilland Comet, the pride of British aviation, started falling out of the sky. 3 catastrophic crashes in 1 year. The fuselage just ripped apart at altitude. The investigation found the cause: square passenger windows. At 35,000 feet, the cabin pressurizes and depressurizes with every flight. Each cycle drove stress into those 90-degree corners until the metal gave up. After that, every commercial airliner in the world switched to oval or rounded windows. It's now legally required by international aviation safety regulations. Ships had already figured this out a century earlier. So if round windows save lives in ships and planes, why does your house still have square windows? Because your house doesn't pressurize at 35,000 feet, and it doesn't get slammed by 40-foot waves. On land, the stress loads simply aren't high enough to matter. The rectangle is fine, just not where forces are extreme. So next time you see a porthole on a ship or an oval window on a plane, don't see it as a quaint design tradition or an old-fashioned style choice. See it for what it actually is: a scar from engineering disasters that killed real people. A shape chosen not because it looks nautical, but because geometry itself demanded it. Corners kill, curves save. One simple circle, holding back the ocean. If this surprised you, hit like and subscribe for more hidden stories behind everyday things.